Okay, this is Skippy with On the Fly Photography, back again to look at some more of the Adobe Lightroom 5 beta. This time we're in the Develop module and we're going to look at the lens correction, some of the changes they've made there. Before we do that, let us take a look at what's going on up here under the histogram. You'll see a couple of new things. In the previous video, I talked about the smart previews. Now, this little message right here tells us that we have the original photo, it's online. We don't have a smart preview because if we did, it would say so. So if you want to build a smart preview for this photo, you click on this, you get this dialog, and you tell it to build smart preview. It's going to do that. You see your dialog up here telling you what's going on. And now we have original plus smart preview telling us there is a smart preview built for this. Over here, you'll see there's this little Thunderbolt thing. When you mouse over it, it tells you the process. If you remember in previous versions of Lightroom, down here in the lower right-hand corner, you would have an exclamation mark if your photograph was not updated to the current process version. That has been replaced with this. So now you can come up here, and if you click on that, it's going to update it to the latest process version. And you can, of course, at any time still come down to camera calibration, process, and change it to whichever process version you want it to be on. Okay, let's get to lens correction. So profile, this is the same as it ever was. You can enable your profile and you can disable. Color, this is the same as it has been. You can remove chromatic aberration or not, and your manual section is the same as before with one additional slider, this one down here at the bottom, aspect. And what it does is it stretches your aspect horizontally, or it stretches your aspect vertically. I'll learn to talk any moment now. So that's a new thing. The other new thing they've added is the Basic tab. From the Basic tab, you can turn on your profile correction and turn on the chromatic aberration adjustments without having to go to those tabs. That's pretty handy, I think, because this way you can see if those are enabled or not without having to switch tabs. The other thing they've added is all of this fun stuff right here, which they are calling upright perspective correction. Right now it's turned off. There is a full auto mode. You hit that, and what it's going to do is automatically adjust the perspective of the photograph, looking to make things level and perspectively correct. I don't know if that's a real technical term, but I just made that up possibly. Underneath, there are 3 additional buttons. The first one is level. When you hit level, what Lightroom does is attempt to level the photograph horizontally. If you hit vertical, it tries to level the photograph horizontally, but also adds in vertical leveling and corrections. And when you hit full, it's going to try to fully adjust the entire photograph to make everything nice and level and straight, and you get something like this. Now, if you want to constrain the crop, you can either check constrain crop and it will do that for you here, or probably the better way to do it, and you'll notice when I uncheck constrain crop, it doesn't reset. So you would need to say turn it off and then hit full again to get back. Probably the best way to deal with this is then just go up and use your crop tool and crop it the way you want it to be. So those are the new things in the lens correction module. I'll be back for more, so yeah, hang in there. Coffee. Where's my coffee?